Hey guys, we are back with episode 10, which is the final episode in season one. With me, I've got CJ. CJ, give us your full name.
My full name is Carly Junior Bogopa.
Okay, and tell us a bit about your martial arts background.
My martial arts background started in late 2016 with Kyokushin karate, which is like full contact bare knuckle.
Yeah.
And I spent 2, if not 3 years doing it. And then it just wasn't enough for me because I kept watching UFC and stuff. And I just didn't feel like I could protect myself in the street with just karate. Even though, yeah, we have the kata, we have
Yeah.
the dojo oath, and yeah, it's a good thing for, let's say, maybe kids who are interested in martial arts or discipline to say.
Yeah.
But for me, it wasn't fulfilling. Then I went on to try judo to add on to my grappling because I'm short and I can't really rely on striking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, just excuse us both. We just finished sparring and literally just got off the mats, dried off as best as we could, and then started the podcast. Normally on a Saturday we got sparring in the morning, and CJ was here sparring with us.
Actually,
Vis-a-vis the town, yeah.
This is the only podcast where you can fight and then get like
then,
interviewed.
You just finish on the mat straight away, and then start getting interviewed. So, the last sport that you were with now was judo. Am I correct?
It's actually wrestling.
Are you busy with the wrestling?
Yeah,
amateur
wrestling, yes.
But you were doing judo at a time.
Yes, I was.
Yeah. Okay, so you're wrestling. Where are you wrestling right now?
Centurion Wrestling Story with Coach Shane.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Like wrestling's a solid base. Eh?
Yeah.
And I can see when we're busy grappling now that you very sturdy. You've got a good solid base.
Yeah.
And MMA wise, have you ever thought of?
No, because since I did karate, I don't know if I'm brittle bone, but I used to break my bones a lot. So I still have like glitches on my fingers. I can't even keep them straight most of the time because they keep shaking. So I'm scared if I like do a lot of striking, I might actually harm it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, we were speaking very briefly on it. This dude's always had really cool style. If you follow this dude on social media, you see, he's always kitted out. He's dressed head to toe, and he always looks really suave.
Yeah, thanks, Coach.
This whole style thing that you got, is that like your own thing, or is that like you've emulated from somebody else?
I know it's my own thing, but it stemmed from my hip hop background because I'm also a hip hop artist, which is what I did like for the longest time. Before anything, before I even trained martial arts, I've been a hip hop artist. That's why I developed my love for writing, and I decided to branch out of making music and actually doing something different using writing.
Speaking of the writing, you've now ventured off into what cartoon style is it?
Oh no, it's actually a novel, but I based the characters off like cartoons of color, to actually empower people from, underdeveloped areas or marginalized areas in a sense. Because, most books that we have, especially my genre, because I chose fantasy and fiction.
Yes.
Because we never really have stories that talk about folklores or actually heroes that come from underprivileged backgrounds. It's always the same old American superheroes. We don't really have any African superheroes or stories that we can actually broadcast on TV, because the initial plan was from the book. I wanted to develop it into a film in the future.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that'd be great. So I know like a lot of the African, like they've latched onto Black Panther with Wakanda and all of that, but it's not us though.
Exactly. It's not us. Exactly. It's not us.
So we're a different breed in South Africa, and I think that's great that you've got characters based that are based from let's say.
Yeah.
I think that's amazing. I haven't had a chance to read your novel. I'll be honest with you, I'm not a big reader. I like pictures, bro.
But you have a lot of books.
I have a lot of books, but I'll read sections and like I'll read. Okay, I know what I wanted to know now.
Yeah.
So I use them as points of reference, not really as novels of reading.
Yeah.
So like if I need to know something, I'll go. Okay, I'll go check it out. Almost like I'm doing homework.
Yeah.
So, especially like when you start getting into like an argumentative state with somebody, then I'm just going to find the answer quickly. So it's like Google,
And you never forget, it sticks with you.
Yeah. But now these characters that you're busy with, is this almost like, is it a single character or is it like a ensemble of characters?
Yeah, it's actually like a volume. So this is like volume 1, and in the future I want to like do volume 2, volume 3,
Yeah.
but it's based off characters that will be in the other volumes too. But eventually some will die off, but the main characters would obviously stick
Yeah.
there. But even the villains too, because how people usually write books is like the first book you already killed the villain. It's like the first villain,
Yeah.
the villain is dead. Everyone wants the villain to win, but that's not how a story usually goes, especially from my book. Because yeah, that's what I wanted to actually point out to people, that the story doesn't always go the hero's way.
Yeah, 100%. That's great stuff.
Yeah,
You know, that's what I think. Like a lot of, say, like some of the Lord of the Rings was, they were continuations into each other, and
yeah,
it wasn't just kill off everyone in the first book.
yeah,
But if you had to, I'm going to put you on the spot now.
yeah.
If you had to give us a quick summary of what the book
Is about.
is about.
Okay. The book is based on a futuristic concept of the world whereby uh, the what can I say, the upper class ended up fighting amongst each other for resources, and it eventually led up to nuclear wars and technological advancements that eventually led to their demise. So there was a virus that was spread throughout the world, which actually killed off a lot of people. But they started developing these pathogens that can actually cure like this virus, and they spread it out. But it was already late. A few people made it, and those people who made it eventually developed their own haven called Avalon, which is based on a safe haven for people,
Yes.
whereby there's like certain rules, but those rules don't like apply for everybody, because now they writing off religion, they writing off God. So now they thinking, guys, we saw the world almost end. We saw what technology did. Technology is actually good for us because it killed half of the population, but it actually brought the other half back. So that means we don't want anything that sticks us to the past anymore.
Yeah.
So some of the people didn't like that. So they left, and they were called the vagary. The vagary is like an ancient word for wanderers.
Okay.
Yeah. So they were called the vagary because they did not want to abide to those laws whereby we can't even practice our religion freely anymore. These guys, all they want is politics, and everyone should be like sticking to one thing. So there's no clubbing, there's no youthfulness, there's no freedom actually. It's
Yeah.
just like everything is about work and going forward, because now the technology has gotten so advanced. And one thing I forgot to mention is that when that virus actually hit them, they developed certain powers, but not everyone had those powers.
Yeah.
Only a few, and those few who actually had those powers, they were given certain roles in society, which is sort of like politics. You know, you couldn't actually be amongst them if you were just that average human. So most of the guys that left Avalon, which is the haven, they created their own civilization called Canaan, based off Canaan in the Bible. Yeah, the land flowing with milk and honey. So they doing their part and they doing their part. But now, as the story progresses, they eventually going to clash because everyone wants to control everything.
Yeah.
They're not happy with their part. They still want whatever little those other guys have. And that's where the villain and the protagonist come from. Yeah. Because the protagonist is the vagary, you know, he has nothing, he comes from nothing, yet he has all these powers, but he's humble, you know. Where he's from, it's all about everyone is free to practice their religion, free to believe, free to embrace life as it comes. But on the other side, that's not allowed. So they can't really grab a hold of that fact that these guys are never going to actually come up to us and say, we're sorry for leaving. Please let us back in. You know, we want to be a part of you guys, because now they take away everything from them.
Yeah.
Yes, because there's also a saying that the guys from the vagary like saying that to those who remember God, you know, that's what they say. Like every time they finish off a speech or something, then everyone recites it back, you know, because they embrace what eventually was the truth from the start. You know, they not taken by the technology, which is now, you know, yeah.
So the story is very multi-level. It's got politics, it's got religion, it's got younger generation, older generations, it's got war, it's got struggle, it's got
a lot of concepts.
It's got so much things involved in it. I'm just thinking, wow, you know, it's a really great plot. And I think it'll be a really good movie.
Me too, because when I wrote it,
I think it'll be a really good
I didn't
movie.
want it to be a struggle for anyone who's going to find it and be like, how do I turn this into a movie? Because I've read a lot of books, but
it sounds, 100%. It sounds like it'll be a great movie. If you had to take, who'd be your ideal director to direct that for you?
I have no idea, but I wish it to be someone who's very good with action films, you know, because what I incorporated the most in like the book is my martial arts background.
Yeah.
You know, everything I've learned, I wanted to incorporate it to make it feel like John Wick. I mean, like John Wick is like the most decent movie that has martial arts in it we've had in the longest time,
Yeah.
because there's no aikido, there's no stuff that you
But
can
I would
question.
think
You'll be
also
like,
the sci-fi aspect of it. You need you need
yeah.
somebody like what's his name? That director who's doing the new Superman now.
Oh,
Gunn.
yeah, the one everyone's complaining
Yes,
about.
Gunn.
Yeah, because Ghana's very
Bro,
original.
if you go look at his Justice League with Batman and Aquaman and all of them.
Yeah.
Oh no, not Gunn, man.
No,
Schneider.
that's Snyder. That's
Schneider.
Snyderverse.
If you had to go and take Snyder, Snyder would do good, man.
Whoa.
Hey,
The guy who's doing the Superman that's coming out now,
James Gunn.
yeah, that one is kind of controversial because
it is
everyone's
kind of
complaining
controversial.
about it.
But you know what the thing is that everyone complained about Joker.
Oh,
the first
yeah.
Joker, not the second one. The second one was crap.
Yeah.
Everyone complained about it, but when it came out, it was brilliant because everyone was how can he possibly follow up after Heath Ledger?
Exactly.
And it's just not going to be the same. And then it came out, and everyone loves him.
I mean, the thing about Marvel and DC, there's like comic fans and there's film fans.
Yes, 100%.
And comic fans are frustrating because they'll tell you, no, that's not in the comics.
Yeah.
That's not how Superman looks. And for most of us, we're like, this is all I know.
This is where James Gunn's now going back.
Yeah.
He's going back because if you go look at some of the frames from the comic book to the scene.
Yeah.
Dude, it's almost
I read a lot of
identical.
people's comments. They were like, dude, this is identical to the comics.
Yeah.
What do you guys
Even the
want?
logo.
Exactly.
It's
the costume doesn't look as...
Well, but this is the thing, Bruce. Like, everyone's going to sit and bang it until it comes out. What does the other one? Everyone also had a look, and there are a lot of people still sit on the fence. But after I watched that Batman with Robert Pattinson,
yeah, oh my god,
it was
yeah.
You know what I mean. So
you can really
you've got to go and see it before you can lay judgment on it.
Exactly.
You know? Because like sitting and saying everything now from a couple of frames, I don't know, it's a little bit hard.
But I'd say Snyder really has like a lot of fans. A lot of fans. People like these films. I feel like, you know, with the graphics and...
But how cool would it be if you did your book?
I know, right? I know.
What's that other side? Is it South African? We did District 9?
Oh, yeah. District 9 is awesome. I don't know how many memes
I think it is. Neil Blomkamp or something like that.
That was wonderful.
Yeah, he'd be brilliant for that.
Yeah.
And because of his work with District 9, he'll know the terrain, he'll know the
He
city,
was involved with District 9.
I think he was, yeah.
Really? That's why it's so awesome.
I think he was.
A lot of people want a sequel.
I stand corrected on that, but I think he was. Yeah, I think they're actually busy making the sequel now.
Yeah, because that would be awesome. I couldn't believe that was from South Africa.
Yeah, man, that was brilliant. Listen, I enjoyed that. A lot of people had like crap to say about it as well. I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah. I thought it was perfect.
What's this other one with Chappie?
Which one is that? Is it
with
also
that
sci-fi?
Robot? Yeah, it's a sci-fi thing with a robot, and it's got the Unfoot in it.
Really? The band, right?
Yeah, the band. It's got Ninja and Yolandi in it. And it's about a robot who's like a cop, but then he gets, I don't know, something happens with him, and then they kind of take him.
Yeah.
He doesn't know anything, so they start teaching him like how to be a criminal and like that.
I should actually watch that.
Yeah, you should go watch it. That's pretty good.
Never seen it.
It's pretty good. But I think, yeah, man, I think your novel would be great as a movie.
Exactly.
I really do. From just listening to that over there, if I think of something like the scenes, just
because we have a lot of unused space here in South Africa. Yeah. It's beautiful places, but they tell our stories and then act it out that side, which doesn't make any sense.
No, sir.
Like if you like watch Spud,
everything must be local. Production must be local.
Exactly.
Your actors need to be from here. Everything needs to be.
Because these people are good at taking what some people don't appreciate and turn it into their own things. And now you can't say anything about it.
Yeah.
Because there was the book and maybe no one really gave attention to that book that much. They take it and actually do what they do with it and it becomes a hit. Because a lot of these films lately, it's just like writings of people. And it's like old stuff.
Yeah, I believe so. But, you know, also, if I look at the amount of movies that are coming out.
Yeah.
Some of them, it's almost like they're running out of new
stuff. New concepts.
Like new concepts or new.
But the titles are really good. That's just the thing. And then when you watch it, you feel like you're watching something you've watched already.
Yeah, it feels crazy. Like that. Like you can almost predict what's going to happen.
I always repeat stuff.
But so it's like internet or DSTV. What else is happening in your life besides this?
I'm still training martial arts. And besides writing my book, I still want to pursue my music career, which is also like Yeah, which is hip hop. But I also want to dive into other genres because I've never been someone who's like fixed on one genre. That's never been me. I listen to a whole lot of weird music.
Do you have music out there now?
Yeah, I have tons of music out
Really?
there. I have music
I've
from
never, I didn't know that.
2014.
No, dude, you will. This is your chance to also get it out there.
Yeah,
So
that's how.
whoever sees this, plug it now. How do people get a hold of you? How do they
Okay,
find
they
it?
can go on my page, which is Reba REBA, and that's where you find most of my stuff, whether it's music or it's my book. And then you can also find me on Instagram, which is Reba Kali Jr., which is the same name as Facebook, but I just added my real name, which is Kali Jr. And then you can find it there. And on Facebook, if you also want to follow me on Facebook from my account, it's Kali Jr. Bogopa. So that's where people can find me. And yeah.
And through those channels, they'll be able to find where your music is.
Yeah, because there's links and
Cool.
everything.
Where have you plugged your music onto?
So far it's SoundCloud, AudioMac, and YouTube. Yeah.
That's good, man. That's awesome. The YouTube is videos. Have you got music videos?
I have one. Actually, I have a fight scene.
Let's go. We gotta watch that.
I have a fight scene.
We gotta watch it. That's awesome.
Cool. It actually looks like a movie because I've always been fixated with this thing that why do people just create music videos and there has to be naked women and all the stuff around? It just isn't me. So I wanted to embrace what I actually love through my music. So
that's awesome. I love that. I love that there's a fight in there. Who was it with? Is it someone we know?
Yeah, the guy always come with you, my friend, the short one.
Oh yes,
yeah, the judo guy.
Yes, it's
him. Yeah, we have a really cool fight, and it's raining, and it's like, it looks totally awesome.
Yeah, I think after this, just push me onto that.
Yeah, it's totally awesome.
Okay, so it's REBA.
Yes, REBA.
And then just Kali Jr. on some of the others.
Yeah, Facebook and Instagram.
When was the last time you released something?
Music has been a while. It's been a while.
So you'll get back into it.
Yeah. But now I think I'm good to go because I was collecting beads because I just didn't want to record over anything because I'm desperate. As an upcoming artist, I feel like that's the trap we fall into because I don't have beats and I can't produce music myself. Yeah. Give me a beat. Then they give you an underrated beat and you have to take it. I mean, what else can you do? But now I've gotten to a level where I said, however long it takes, I have to find someone who's actually in it with me. Because, I like explaining my music to people so that you can actually feel me. You can't just give me a beat and say, you'll figure it out, dude. Because most of the time I actually hum it in my mind and I go to my producer, dude, I've been humming this and it goes like this. Can you make the chorus go along with the beat like this? So yeah, now I've collected everything and my next project will probably be out by next year before June, which is called The Italian Job, based off the Italian Job movie.
Nice, I like that, bro. I like that you're saying to movies and that.
Yeah.
You're applying everything into life, into style and everything. Yeah. Is that where some of your style would come from? You said it comes from your music.
Yeah, but movies too. Yeah, but movies too.
You like your Japanese?
Yeah,
cartoons.
a lot.
Listen, there's a lot of dudes out there that do that. I mean, it wouldn't be so popular if people did.
Yeah, true. And it's been there for the longest time.
Jeez, I remember when I was in school, two of the movies that I saw that really stuck with me in that genre was Akira. They're gonna do a live version of that movie. Go find yourself Akira, Akira.
Yeah,
Akira, and then the other one was Wicked City.
Is it anime?
Yeah. Oh. Anime, manga. What's the difference?
Yeah, manga means the books, right?
Okay, but these came from books and they made them into cartoon movies. Yeah. Akira and Wicked City, go watch them. They're brilliant. And like I said, the Akira they make it into a live action movie as well.
Really?
And it's it's such a space out. It's about a guy who gets mental ability, psychic abilities and all that, but he can move. Go watch it.
Wow, sounds more like.
I'll plug you into that when we finish it.
Yeah, totally. I'm totally gonna watch it.
What else is there? I think we probably covered everything that we needed to cover.
Yeah, I think so too.
You're doing grappling comps at the moment still?
Yeah.
You're going to be at Versus. Versus is now in February.
Yeah, I definitely have to go to Versus because my friend Dogos, the one who came here a few weeks back to train with you guys, he's actually pressuring me for us to go to Versus because he went, but he felt like no one was at his corner, so he didn't really do that good. So he wants me to tag along.
Yeah, and also, if you guys go and do something like that and you see we there, just come and call us. We'll come and help.
Oh
We're always keen to give him
yeah.
help, bro. What
Because I'm
needs?
always watching like Kuni's fights. I feel like God, that's your biggest protege ever. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he does it.
Hard work, bro.
Yeah,
Hard work.
yeah,
I take my hat off to the kid. He trains a lot by
yeah.
himself. He's always watching what he eats. He goes and trains at other gyms as well.
And his
And
confidence.
yeah, he's big time confidence.
Ah,
And it stems off of everything that he's busy doing now
yeah,
is just a prelude to that UFC title. Because in his mind and in
yeah.
my mind, I've said to him, dude, I've dreamt it. I've
Really.
literally dreamt. I've had 2 dreams where Kuni's got the UFC title.
And he told me and Dogos the other day when we were outside waiting for, I think, you to open. He
Yeah.
was like, guys, I'm gonna go to the UFC. Nothing, no one can stop me in South Africa. That's why I don't want to fight here. And I looked at him, I was like, dude, where do you get that confidence? But after I watched him and after he won Worlds, I was like, he meant it.
Yeah, bro.
He meant it and actually believed in it.
We're gonna go all the way. I tell you that now.
Yeah,
I'm telling
for
you
sure.
what, God's put it in our plan, in our story, and
It's written,
it's happening. Yeah, it's written. But dude, thank you very much for coming through. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
I hope the sparring here today was fun.
Yeah, that's totally awesome.
And you're welcome here anytime, brother.
Thanks,
guys. This is the last episode for season 1. Season 2 will start early next year. I'll probably pump something out in January. So keep an eye out for that. I think we might do a little bit more than 10 episodes throughout 2025. So season 2 might be a bit longer. But otherwise, keep an eye out for that. If you do see this over here, let's help our guy over here get a producer for his novel, for his book. Let's get him plugged into the right channels if you know of anybody. And if you do find his book, where do we find your book?
Can we find Amazon? Yeah,
Amazon.
It's on Amazon.
What is it called?
Omega.
Omega.
And then the subtitle is Avalon 04. It's Omega Avalon 04.
There you go. Find it on Amazon and go and support the guy. Go and purchase the book, download it, read it, give us your opinions, send us messages on Shmackin podcast on my personal page. We can put you in touch with CJ as well. And let's get him out there. Let's get one of our own guys up in the top ranks. Yeah. Who knows? We might be interviewing one of the future South African movie megastars. Yeah. We never know.
Yeah.
But dude, thank you very much for being here. And
thanks,
guys, we are out. Catch you next time.
Peace.